Hello and welcome to the lovely town of Soller, situated in the beautiful Serra de Alfabia Mountains in Mallorca. It's fairly isolated here, with the only access really is by the sea at Porto Soller, a few kilometres away, and some very, very scary, twisty roads. Or maybe you can do what we did, and we caught the train here today. So let's just rewind an hour and see how we got here. That wasn't the train, by the way, that's the trams that take you down to Porto Soller. Okay, so we're at Palma, the capital of Mallorca, and today we're going to board a heritage railway, and we're going to go from here to a town called Soller, which is in the mountainous region of Mallorca. Yeah, at the beginning of the 20th century, Soller had a huge lemon and orange industry, but because it was so remote, they didn't have a reliable transport link, so work began on this railway over 100 years ago, in 1907. So eventually, it was just what they wanted. It was a rail link linking Palma, the capital, to Soller. And today, we're going to go and take a look. The railway is still an important link for residents living in some of Mallorca's more remote areas, but the main source of income is tourism, with an estimated 1 million passengers per year. No.
Oh, that's it.
That's right, because on leaving the station, the first part of the journey is through the northern Palma suburbs. I mean, where else can somebody overtake a train riding an electric scooter? The journey to Soller on board this 3-foot narrow gauge railway takes about an hour. Leaving behind Mallorca's flat, fertile plain, we climb up into the Serra de Tramontanas mountains. These original 1912 carriages will rattle over bridges and viaducts and pass through 13 tunnels. The longest tunnel is this one, strangely enough known as the Tunnel Major, and at 3 kilometres long it takes 6 minutes to go through. Sometimes known as the Orange Express, the railway was originally built to transport oranges and lemons from the Soller region to Palma, replacing an old stagecoach service which crossed the mountains using a narrow, dangerous track. Approaching Soller station, you can see why the railway was nicknamed the Orange Express. In fact, by the turn of the 20th century, the orange and lemon industry was so profitable that it was able to fund the building of the railway in 1911. After the train arrives at Soller station, the loco is quickly unhitched and then dispatched to what was the rear of the train on the way in for the return journey back to Palma. Literally right next to the train station is the boarding point for the tram, which takes you through the centre of Soller and on to Porto Soller, 5 kilometres down the track. It's cosy. Well, talking of trams, we're on it now. We're on the tram in Soller Centre, and now we're going to go down to Porto Soller. So it's just a short little trip. It was built to bring up the supplies from Porto Soller onto the railway back in the day. I believe it was built in the turn of the century at 1900s. So we're on the tram. Initially, the tram performed a dual function as a means of transporting people and goods. Freshly caught fish and seafood were able to be quickly transported from the harbour to be loaded onto the train at Soller. Meanwhile, coal and ammunition were transported in the other direction to the former submarine and naval base at Porto Soller. The electricity supply was provided by a separate power station located at the Soller railway station. These historic trams cover a distance of almost 5 kilometres, and they bounce back and forth between the two towns every half an hour. So here we are, Porto Soller, our journey's end. And if, like us, you've been to Mallorca before and always contemplated but never actually committed to travelling on the Ferrrocarril de Soller railway, then we highly recommend you give the experience a try. Adios.